So, there's a lot of anxieties that I have, but the one that I struggle the most with is ridiculous, and it's just this genuine existential terror that anything exists at all. And I don't know how to describe it because it's a sense that no matter how good things are, there's just this fear and this terror of anything existing. I just do not know how to describe that feeling. It's just it almost like it is because it doesn't trigger my fight or flight response. It just triggers this like I don't it it triggers my freeze response, I guess, but I don't know how to describe it. I choose to believe that that is not the thing I should be listening to or the feeling I should be pursuing. But it's not it's existential terror, right? People know the subjective feeling I'm talking about. But it's just this it's I don't know. It's I sometimes feel it in this particular way where it's just like it seems like everything is doomed, as certainly things often are, but and it goes beyond hopelessness. It's I don't have words for it and I don't want to. It's just this awful feeling I experience sometimes, and it's I don't know. It's the feeling that has rushed into my mind and sucked the life out of me over and over again. And that's the sort of thing that I don't think anybody's ever going to believe me or take seriously because it is this just ridiculous thought. But no therapist has ever been able to help me other than to just call it an obsess, other than just under the umbrella of like obsessive thoughts and the notion there's never been a religious ideal that's been able to help me with this either because it's in some ways rooted in the concept of thinking about what heaven and hell are. I'm not sure if hell is real or not. I guess I'm not sure if heaven is real or not either with entire certainty. I don't believe in hell, though. I try to believe in heaven. But even that evokes this like existential terror, right? Even this, perfect, thing supposedly evokes this strange existential terror that I guess there is actually sort of a religious solution, but it's just yeah. I try to. It's a psychological problem to which the only solution I found is to just finally sweep it under the rug and say I'm sure God has some like reason that things exist. Um, I don't know. Maybe there just are some things that a mortal mind is not meant to comprehend. Um, I don't know. Man, my life has had its ups and downs, and right now it's kind of both, but I describe it more as the downs. But like I don't know. I have noticed I've never felt this feeling while my life is going completely like awesomely. I'll say that. But I've never felt it when it's in utter tragedy either. The only time I feel this feeling is when I don't know when it just happens when like nothing is happening. I guess I don't know. the irony that I feel like it's absurd that and unreasonable that anything exists, but only when it's just doing nothing. It's like, but then that seems like the only tranquil, good state actually is when things are just kind of, like nature seems like in a much better state of harmony sometimes than human existence. But I don't know. Other times it seems like, nature is in many ways miserable, and it's even human existence is only a mite slightly better, though. That doesn't seem true. I don't know. I try not to come to any sort of religious conclusions on my own, because it's just like, I don't know. But I also can't stop thinking about it. But I also can't, like, I don't know. It's just this thing that comes back to haunt me periodically. I don't know. I'm just gonna believe that. Again, it's that thing that I just have to sweep under the rug and say I'm sure God has a reason. Because in some sense, I at one point came up with the solution of philosophical materialism, which is, at least when I'm dead, I won't experience anything, and then it's absurd that anything exists, but at least it's not my problem. But that's the thing, is that it kind of is. So I guess the religious version of that would just be like, I don't know, I am just a mortal being and I'm not God, so I don't have to worry about this. I can never fully get it out of my head, though. It's existential terror. It's a feeling that a great many people have known. It's I don't know. It's a part of life. I don't know. I wish my life weren't so empty, even though it's not. I have friends, I have family, I have a career in principle, even if I'm not doing anything right now. Part of it is just, I don't know, I don't feel like I feel like I'm just a weak human being that does more harm than good in the world sometimes. And I try not to think that, and I try to think that maybe there's some reason that I exist, and I can try to do some good, but it very often doesn't feel that way. It very frequently feels like I'm just not very well calibrated for the world I live in, and most people aren't. I don't know. I try to think that's a better feeling than thinking that the existential terror is just real, though. Really, I prefer to think that it's some sort of, good thing, and there's various religious ideas on that. I don't know, I guess I just try to believe in Jesus. Well, I do. But I guess I'll just try to, I don't know, carry on and have faith, I guess. I don't know. Because it's faith brings existential terror, but materialism just brings regular terror. I don't know.